Hello, my name is Tara Brabazon, and right now we are in the Introduction to Communication Lecture Theatre. Just in case you thought I was lying. And what I thought we'd do is this. I've just taught visual communication and visual storytelling in particular. And I thought, let's ask this wonderful group of people about what they think about YouTube and how it has transformed communication. And yes, we'll talk about YouTube on YouTube. Here we go. Ready, go, Sweet.
I think that YouTube has changed visual communication in the sense that information is much more readily accessible by everyone, and but conversely, people can see anything on YouTube and they'll believe it for the most part.
How I believe YouTube has changed visual communication. I believe YouTube has changed visual communication in a somewhat meaningful way because it's now easier for people who may not have high statures in society to communicate ideas and opinions, as well as grab attention from people to develop or bring attention to certain issues that may not get the attention otherwise.
In my opinion, YouTube has changed visual communication in a number of ways. The biggest way for me is that it exposes us to sort of visual communications that we're not usually exposed to, simply because we jump from one video to the next, and we may start somewhere, but then we'll end up in a completely non-existent place we're not used to going, and we'll expose to more different things.
Is YouTube democratizing filmmaking or filling the web with nonsense? I don't believe it's a zero-sum equation in this case. It's both allowing things like Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog and so many other good videos on YouTube to exist, and at the same time you can find 100 videos of cats pooping on themselves. So it's both, really.
You're on.
So number 2, I think that it all depends on the individual, because on YouTube nowadays we can subscribe to videos that we want to see. So yeah, like she said earlier, there are stupid things on YouTube, but there are also educational videos as well. So as an individual, I would click on the videos I would like to subscribe to. So yeah, I guess we have a choice of what we get to view online.
Whenever you're ready, love.
So YouTube has changed visual communication. I believe our more artists are getting discovered through YouTube. There's been dancers and singers that that've been discovered just by singing and dancing and doing what they love. Yeah.
For the second question, is it YouTube democratizing information or just filling the web with nonsense? I actually think it's making information more important because it's reflecting our lives, and if our lives are just filled with nonsense, then it's important to reflect that and actually take a look at it, and then we can examine it and see if our lives are filled with nonsense like this, how can we sort of enrich our lives further?
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to be addressing the second question, and I think YouTube allows us to put more crap on the internet, but with all the stuff that's on the internet now, we're learning how to explain why we dislike things. I put this really controversial video on YouTube, and my favorite thing is the creative and passionate people explaining why they disagree.
Okay, so I believe YouTube has changed visual communication because people can now post videos from anywhere around the world and how they're feeling about a particular situation, and they can offer commentary. As well, we see views we wouldn't normally see from other cultures, because we might not get it in Canada. It also opens your knowledge to perspectives you might not have known otherwise from before watching.
Whenever you're ready, love.
Oh, it's on. Okay, Phil. Is it democratizing film or something? Whatever that word is, making or filling the web with nonsense? It's a 50-50 question with a 50-50 answer. It's yes and no. One, filmmaking is democratized thanks to YouTube, because you can express anything you like, no matter how insignificant or how crappy it is. Even if it's, and then it leads me to the second part about the nonsense part. That crap is that could be nonsense, but then heck, to some people it's nonsense, to others it is not nonsense. It depends on the audience who interprets it. Well, basically, with this that D word about film that associated with democracy, I mean, it allows it to happen. I mean, it's free speech after all.